How do the Clean Core principles influence SAP implementations? And what practical steps do you recommend for organizations to maintain it while customizing their solutions?
And maybe I'll give it a start from the motivation that we have behind that. And I think it all goes back on the era of where cloud was born, which for me is a proxy for standardization. It's the highest degree of standardization you can achieve with a software as a service solution, to be honest. And I think the idea was no matter what type of solution you use, SAP, by the way, and non-SAP, you should strive for start with the standard as long, and then afterwards think about are you truly special and where are you truly special. Why I'm saying that is actually also what I see in the DNA of SAP Activate. And by the way, it starts with a name because you don't customize, you activate. That said, now you have large companies, you have small companies, you have companies in certain industries, and of course there are specialities. But just when we chatted this morning, right, when you were first on stage with let's fit to standard, I think we were throwing things at you. But the idea is still an intriguing one. The more you can standardize, the better you are to consume innovation. That's what it's all about. Now your core business, and we do run significant businesses, like 80% of the worldwide GDP runs through our systems at SAP. So there's an obligation to stay in an innovative path. And you can only do that if exactly in that core, you clean it as clean as possible. And that's why there's no magic fit. It's actually Activate is the foundation for striving for that standardization, for making the right things. And that's why, of course, behind Clean Core, there's always Activate.
And that's correct. So let me take it maybe a level deeper. When we talk about Clean Core, we are looking at several dimensions of Clean Core, right? It starts with business process, and then if that business process is not a direct fit, we're starting to consider extensibility, integration, and maybe data impact, which then drives impact on your operations. Those are kind of the core dimensions of Clean Core. Now, when it comes to running your project, the first thing that you need to do, and that's very different, or I wouldn't say it's very different, but it's somewhat different from the traditional governance. Traditional governance in projects is focused on managing people, managing decisions, managing scope, issues, risks, all that stuff. We still do that. We're not saying don't do that. We still do that. But in addition to that, we are recommending to set up so-called solution standardization board, right, in the prepare phase, where you set up your governance for solution design so you can design according to the Clean Core design principles, along the guidance that we have for extensibility, along the guidance that we have for integration, along the guidance that's there for fit to standard, standardizing processes. I mean, fit to standard as a term is originating in SAP Activate. It is really introduced to the field from that concept of why would I tailor my business processes if standard is good enough, if standard functionality can be used, because that limits my options to adopt innovation, as Sven mentioned, and be on that innovative path.